Hello everyone, welcome back to the Revival. Today it's a double header as Newcastle welcome Southampton to apparently we're playing at Old Trafford. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because it's the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Although normally you would think that you'd play those at Wembley. But nonetheless, we're going to be welcoming Southampton to Old Trafford, and then we'll be returning to St James's Park for the Europa League against Sporting Braga, the first leg of a two-legged affair, the second leg coming next time. So without any further ado, we'll get into that game. Actually, there is some further ado because I need to update you on what happened at the end of the transfer window. Unfortunately, the proposed deal for Grealish didn't go through. As you guys already know from watching last week, there was no further movement on that deal whatsoever. So Ki Sung-young is still a part of this squad. He's a decent player. Like, I'm not saying he's not. It's just with his age profile, I didn't want to be over-reliant on him because I knew that sooner rather than later he was probably going to be leaving the side. So he's still in the squad. He's still a very good option if we need it. It's just that we rarely kind of do need him, to be honest with you. One piece of transfer news that I can bring you that has gone through. Muto left us. We got a reasonable offer. I can't remember who from, so I'm just going to go into the transfer market news and find that transfer again. Here we go. So we got a decent offer of just over £8 million from Leicester. Muto wasn't really playing much for us, and at his age and with his declining abilities, he just wasn't really going to be a viable option for us for too much longer. So Muto has moved on, and as a result, we had an opening in our team, which was filled by a youth team player, and some of you may already know who that is, but we're just going to go into the game plan and show you. We did, in fact, end up signing Jefferson Farfan, the regen version of Jefferson Farfan. I think he's 16 or 17 years old, rapid as anything, and he's already rated at 75. He's much more the kind of player that I like to see on the wings, fast, very good on the ball. He's got decent finishing, not fantastic, but he's got decent finishing, and at his age he's going to do nothing but improve. We also got lucky and managed to sign Todibo to another deal. He was saying that he wanted to leave, but we've managed to sign him to a new 3-year deal. So Todibo's going to be stuck with us for the foreseeable future. That meant that we were able to start looking at moving Share on, and we have in fact just got an offer for Share. We've renegotiated it because it wasn't quite good enough, but let's go into the team list and show you that. So Brighton and Hove Albion came in with a £14 million bid, which wasn't really enough for me, so I've upped it to 16. Obviously his market value is only 14.6. If they come back with something anywhere around the 14.5 mark, we will probably get that deal done, and then in the next transfer window he will be going out, and we will be bringing in from the youth team Mathieu, who at 16 years old at the moment is an absolute monster. Look at those all-round stats for him are pretty bloody good. I was thinking about maybe bringing in Fazio, but his speed isn't brilliant, although he is physically absolutely immense. But Mathieu isn't terribly far behind him, honestly, and in the long term he's going to offer us a presence at left back as well as in the centre of defence, because I'm still not entirely convinced with Verdonk. So we might see Verdonk leave in the next transfer window, but at the moment he's still at the club. Yeah, we're going to see how he moves on, but at least then we'll have cover centre back. It'll all be sorted. So that is an update on how we have been going in the transfer market. Just need to give you an update with how things are going in the league, because you can see we are still in 4th place, but the gap has closed to 2 points. Newcastle now on 51 points, with Arsenal close behind on 49. Manchester United fallen away slightly. If we go into the schedule again, I can show you the results. And we had a little bit of a dodgy spell. Obviously, you saw the 1-1 draw at the Emirates with Arsenal. We then travelled back home to take on Watford. and that ended again in a 1-1 draw. Watford actually went ahead with a very nicely put together move down the left hand side. Ball crossed in. Seems to be a weakness of ours off the left hand side. I don't know if Henriks needs to be given a boot up the arse or what, but they got the cross in and it was tucked away, and we went 1-0 down very early on. We managed to get it back to 1-1. It was Joel Linton who came up with the valuable goal for us. We then travelled to Manchester United, and it was a game full of chances, but unfortunately neither team able to make any of them count, and it ended 0-0. And then our most recent game against Fulham at St James's Park ended 5-1. We went ahead thanks to a goal from Almiron. Then Fulham pulled it back to 1-1. I'm sorry, I can't remember who scored for them. It wasn't the old boy. And then Newcastle just ran riot after that. 2 goals from Joel Linton, a goal from Maximan, and a goal from... who else scored? Richie. Richie actually scored the goal to put us 2-1 back ahead. It was a shot from Joel Linton, spilt by the goalkeeper into Richie's path. He still had a fair amount to do with it, but he managed to slot it between the legs of a defender who was between him and the goal, and the goalkeeper was stranded and couldn't actually get back. So there we go, you're completely up to date with what has happened so far, and today, as I said before, is an FA Cup match against Southampton, and let's have a look at the lineup for today. So today we're going to be bringing in... oh, actually we're a little bit... could play Coco, but that's going to leave us very light defensively in that forward area when trying to press. So Ki Sung-young, having just talked about the fact that he's a good option off the bench, we are going to use him. Shelvey, I think we'll give him a rest today completely. Nkunku can come in if he needs to. Farfan is definitely going to be on the bench. Everybody's raring to go by the looks of it. Yedlin can come in for Henriks at right back. I don't think we need to worry about putting Henriks on the bench. Everything else looks pretty good, actually. We may bring Farfan on just to give him a little bit of a run out, but everyone else pretty happy with. I think we will give Todibo a run out because he needs to be given some game time. I'd rather play him with Hummels than with Lascelles, so let's do that. That's going to do us, I think. Okay, fingers crossed we can make it. I think this is this the semi or the quarterfinals? It might actually be the quarterfinals, and if that's the case, then yeah, I think it might be, because didn't we look ahead and it was possible that we could get Liverpool in the semis?
So we're down to the last 8. The competition you sense.
Yep, indeed, it is the quarterfinals, the last 8. Obviously, that means that we've got potentially 3 games to go.
Final day. It is good to have you with us, and you can see that the atmosphere is building very nicely. Super noise, grand level of expectation, and that is only rising as we head towards kick-off time.
Right, come on, boys. Cup glory awaits.
Some wonderful scenes here. It is what we have come to know and love about Old Trafford, Manchester.
Right, early down the right-hand side, we've got a chance to get a ball whipped in.
Here with a place in the last 4.
Not going to take it though.
All the 8 sides still left here are perfectly entitled to think they have a good shot at this, Peter. It is quite an atmosphere here, and that's clearly raised the bar in terms of expectations from the crowd. They genuinely think, or certainly the feel is...
Left-footed cross, Richie, oh my word, has a hit, oh. Yedlin with his left foot, it's not his best, but I don't think that was on target even before the deflection. Ki Sung-young making an instant impact with that shot. We've got a corner. I'm not going to have Hummels take it, I'm sorry, but I don't like centre-backs taking corners. Richie's not a big lad, we'll have him take it instead. We won't be missing much in the heading department there.
Romeo gets it away.
Oh, just dribbled straight into a defender. And Southampton have got an opportunity to break, although Danny Ings not the quickest. We have managed to win it back. Oh, yes. Thought we'd lost the ball for a second. A header! Oh, just wide of the post. Joel Linton, normally so reliable inside the 6-yard box with his head. That was well won there by Ritchie. I thought we'd lost it, but he managed to just get a foot in. And oh my word, how's he missed that? He loves it from that position. He just couldn't tuck it away. Never mind. Southampton going to put it long. Todibo. Newcastle win it back in midfield. Ritchie now into Joel Linton. Unable to make anything of it. And Southampton now on the counter. They love a long ball on this counter. Long and flat into the feet of the striker. Defender's got to be good here, and he has managed to put him off enough to win the ball back. Here's Ritchie now. Joel Linton couldn't quite get it out from under his feet.
Hoists it forward.
Southampton looking very tasty on the break here. And loose ball there, unable to retain possession. Although the same goes for Southampton. Oh, it's a terrible pass.
To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty box.
Hayden.
Just need to calm it down a little bit in midfield, make sure that we retain possession of the ball.
Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Newcastle are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Out to the left it goes. Played into the middle.
Ooh.
And the ball is out of play.
And that's going to be a goal kick, I think. Yes, indeed. Southampton knock it long again. Hummels can't quite win the ball. Uncharacteristic for him. Oh, it's a good lob ball over the top. Southampton in behind here. Could be dangerous. Oh, it's well won by Todibo.
Willems.
Ah, it's a bad pass. It's a bad pass. Goalkeeper's got to make that his, and indeed he does.
Yedlin. Mats Hummels, and it's played forward.
Spread out wide to the left. There's options here.
Almiron.
Ah, no, first time pass, just not quite right. Manages to get a foot in.
Now it's Ki Sung-young.
Oh, Ki Sung-young couldn't quite get the ball out. Wanted to take the shot, but couldn't quite move it quick enough. Newcastle bunching around the ball a little bit here. They need to be careful about that.
To play it through.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Nuts. And that's going to go out for a throw, is it? No, it's not. So we need to try and win it back, put pressure on Southampton high up the pitch.
Bertrand.
Haven't quite been able to do that. They've managed to escape out wide.
Bertrand. He's in space and
they might be able to get the ball in here. They try. Defender able to get a foot to it, and it goes out for a throw to Southampton.
In towards the middle.
There's an option out to the left if he sees it. He does. There's another option. He's released it. Willems now, if he can get it through into the middle. This is a chance here. Oh no, it's intercepted by the defender very well. He's got good eyes. Reads the ball very well, and the defender takes one to the face but manages to stop the ball going through to the centre forward, Danny Ings.
He's got options out wide.
Oh, it's a good ball. Oh, it's a good shot. No, my word. Dubravka had to be very good to keep that out.
Toiberg.
And it's 0-0 at half-time.
So another team has broken through.
Promising signs, but nothing concrete yet. Newcastle yet to get a chance on target. Southampton have only had the one chance, but it was on target. It was that spectacular overhead kick. And Newcastle are going to have to be better in the second half in front of goal if they want to get something out of this.
Newcastle head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Newcastle playing well with lots of opportunities.
Oh, the ball's gone through to Joe Linton. I don't think he's going to get onto it. It's a poor through ball in truth. Too far away from his man to be able to make anything of it.
Vestergaard. Buffal. Ings.
Oh, well done, defender.
Hayden.
Oh, Hayden's lost it there, and he's put his team in trouble.
Ings.
Oh, and Ings luckily puts it way wide. He's better than that. He should have got it on target.
What a chance.
Hayden needs to wake up, and in truth, so do I. Right, okay, now Southampton doing an excellent job of marking every single man that I would normally put the ball out to. So I'm going to play it up into midfield.
Almiron.
Out wide to Willems, up forward. Here's Maximan.
Brings it forward. Willems has it in a wide position, so what next?
He wanted the header, couldn't quite make it work.
Newcastle.
Oh, it's well intercepted, but he hasn't been able to keep hold of it. And now Southampton, with not too many Newcastle players ahead of them, have got a chance to make an attack count here.
And help's available out wide.
Ooh. Long flat ball up to Maximan. He's got options if he needs them, and he has taken one. Ah, it's the wrong pass. Ritchie had already stopped his run.
Straight back. Looks to clip it forward. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. And that has been clubbed away. Vestergaard. And the break is on. Gets into some space.
Oh, Ritchie!
Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Unlucky.
Well, high-class goalkeeping there to back up his
The diminutive Scotsman unable to make that shot count, but it was on target. It did test the goalkeeper, and my word, it wasn't that far away from going in either. Saved by his thigh. Hummel's again taking corners. We do not want him taking corners, thank you very much. Let's put Ki Sung-young on this one.
Thinks he's got rid of that. Ritchie. And here's Ki Sung-young. Almiron. Willems.
It's a good cross. It's a very good cross.
And they can counter here.
Nobody able to make anything of it, unfortunately. It's an easy ball through the middle of the midfield.
Vestergaard. Is there any support? He might not need it.
Oh, come on, ref. That's an easy call, and he's completely mucked it up.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very
Quite
careful
clearly
now.
the Southampton man making the most of that.
Would have told him to
Thankfully the wall does its job.
Ball's loose, who's getting there?
We're winning the ball, but we're not keeping hold of it.
Bertrand plays it
You can
in.
feel a goal coming, can't you?
Dubravka has that under control.
Oh, that was risky.
Willems. He's going to have to go it alone. And he's whipped it in. Oh, shooting chance!
Oh, I had a chance, but it was behind him. It was never going to go in.
Needed better contact.
Well, that's why we all say
Should have maybe taken another
is fatal.
touch, knock it out slightly wider, make more of an angle for himself. Or play it back to Maximan on the edge of the area, who could have absolutely slaughtered it.
A change about to occur. 2 changes being made right now.
I think sooner rather than later we're going to have to look to the substitutes bench to freshen things up a little bit. Oh, I'll tell you what, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. Is he giving another free kick away?
Have a free kick.
Oh, for goodness sake. You don't know what you're doing, referee. Come on, Wall.
He's gone for the shots.
The Wall does its job once again.
Romeu.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it. There's a goal coming, and it's almost like the AI has made up its mind that it's going to be Southampton that scores.
It means an awful lot, obviously.
Especially with passes like that.
Gets wrestled off the ball.
Concentration levels are
And
very good,
suddenly
and so is the
Southampton
commitment.
intercepting
This game
every single
could
ball
yet yield a winner.
like it's the easiest thing in the world to them.
Mats Hummels.
Referee!
Well, it's a safety in numbers approach to
Oh, and they're
defending
just
here.
brushing us off
Yeah,
the
but
ball as
dropping
well.
deep can
There's
bring
definitely
more
a little bit of
trouble,
scripting going on here.
Shots from distance and space in wider positions, besides the obvious issue of inviting most of your opposition high up the pitch.
Look at them, they're flooding forward.
Chance.
You wonder if
Intercepting
that's it
at
now, but
will.
There may be one more.
Oh, what's he done?
Oh, no! No, 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 no!
Has a goal!
Oh, referee!
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Oh,
Goalkeeper.
that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Okay, we need to really calm this down. We need to calm this down a lot. The fullbacks are knackered. I can't bring both of them off. I can bring one of them off. For Donk coming on, for Willems there. Almiron. Going to have to replace him with Nkunku. As good as Richie's been. On what? No, I think Lascelles. Let's shore up the defence a bit more. And hope that these changes don't lead to a headed goal. I don't know why I screamed out referee there. Honestly, I don't. Nothing happened to make me want to. Right, here we go. Come on, get on that. Lovely. Now, win the ball. Win the ball. You have to win it. That's it.
Who's going to get that?
You're not giving another fucking foul. Apparently that's a foul to us. I'll take it. I don't understand it. Maximan was the man with his foot up. Oh, again they intercept the ball so easily.
The ball through a brick wall at the moment. You can see the sense of anxiety has now shifted to the stands.
And again, they're just winning the ball off of us so easily. And they weren't doing this before, and it does genuinely feel, and I'm not just saying this because we're under the cosh, but it genuinely feels as though the game has decided, right, okay, now they're going to actually win. And maybe it's a change in their tactics. It probably is, in fairness. Just going to knock it into the corner, get Maximan onto it.
It's it into the middle. Not offside that time.
Oh, for goodness sake. Right, we need to win this. First ball and second. Okay.
90 minutes up, and we will be back for
Extra time.
The scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game is.
And that's the worrying thing. If you look at the shots, we've had an equal number of shots, but Southampton have been very, very good getting theirs on target. And if we're going to win this, it might well be against the run of play. First thing we need to do is make sure we keep hold of possession.
In 90, 30 more to come. Hayden. Lascelles. And it's Yedlin. Gets away from his opponent. Well blocked and, oh, real danger.
Go on,
it's
hit it.
one.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh, the ball's come loose.
Come on, pressure on him. Okay, he's put it out for a throw, that's okay.
Be a throw in. Ki Sung-young has a pop! Oh, that probably deserved better.
No, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
But we do get a corner. Going to go short.
And it's been taken short.
Oh, come on, Maximan. You got. Oh, I thought for a second he might have got through, but he's had a foul given against him. Too physical. I don't think that's a yellow card. I honestly believe that's very harsh on the boy. All he's done is fight for the ball there. He's tried to wrestle his man off. Oh, you're going to give a yellow card for a tiny little push in the back like that? It's a ridiculous decision.
Højbjerg.
Oh, no.
Crosses it in. Lascelles can get it clear.
It's well won. Oh, he's giving it away.
Southampton get it back again. Yedlin. Ki Sung-young.
Key giving it away as well now, and they've got it wide again, and we're going to be really punished with one of these crosses. Out for a corner. I'm not confident with these corners. I've got a man coming short. I'm just going to try and mark him. I don't need two men to do that job. I don't know why it brought the other man out with him. Oh my word.
Ings. And the follow-up.
Okay, we got it clear, and it's going to go out for a throw. Panic stations all over the place here.
Tries to get some up to meet it. Forward it goes.
Right, okay, and that is the first half of extra time done. We'll be back in a second for the second half. I'm going to have to look at if we can't make any more changes. And Kunku's been almost completely useless since he came on. But then that's what you get for relying on a player that's on a red arrow.
And we're off for the final time. 105 minutes of football, and it is still
It's a
goalless.
good tackle, but he couldn't pass it away. Okay. Key, come on, do something for us now, son. That was not what we needed.
Vestergaard. Ings. Now can shot a goal.
He's going to get to it.
Asking for trouble.
He's blocked it. What are you waiting for? Head it away.
Yes, it is.
Oh my word.
Bertrand goes short. There's the ball in. Stitch defending, but that'll do. A real chance to break.
Now Joel Linton He's probably going to have to do a lot of it by himself unless Richie can get onto this. And he spreads it out wide again, and Maximan is going to get to it. Cross it into the middle. There's nobody there.
Was very necessary.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Oh, and that cross is terrible.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
How has he missed that header? He's completely missed the header. He's given them a chance to cross the ball in. First time cross. Oh my God, what is he doing?
And through to the goalkeeper.
Okay, penalties it is, the lottery.
It is penalties.
The lottery of penalties.
Have run themselves into the ground here, Peter. And, as extra
And
time
I
go,
am not confident at all at this point in the game.
Well, after 2 long hours, it comes
And I'm just realising that this is only the first of 2 games that we're playing today. This is going to be a marathon episode. Okay, here we go with the penalties then. I mean, we may as well... I'm going to lead with our best taker. We haven't got many very good takers, but we'll have our best 2 takers take the first few, just to give us a solid lead. If we can put them in, of course, because even the best penalty taker can have his penalty saved. And indeed, they can miss as well. No pressure. Yeah, we know how to take penalties.
The first penalty.
Oh good, there's no indicator. I thought there was an indicator. Damn it. We're just going to have to hope. Oh, it's a terrible penalty. Terrible. No power. It was well placed, but no power whatsoever in that penalty.
Keeper's gone the wrong way.
Oh no.
Like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
Newcastle from one behind.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
Down the middle. Nice and safe.
Ings is second man up. Good penalty.
Oh,
Just
it's a
steered it the
perfect
other way.
penalty.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
So this one to restore parity.
Yeah, made his mind
Good
up
penalty
very
there.
quickly and
Well
just
done,
didn't
Joelinton.
waver.
The third man in the queue.
I'm going to dive the same way again. They've got to put one that way eventually.
That's how it's done. He made the keeper commit.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper and he gets wrong.
From one behind.
Come on, Maximan.
Terrific
Yes,
penalty.
nice.
Unsavable.
I wouldn't say
Great strike. He
unsavable,
just
but
gave
it
the
was a good
keeper
penalty.
absolutely no chance.
Right, we're going to go left again. I'm going to continue with this.
Coolly does it.
Oh my God, if they put all 3 of their penalties down the right-hand side, I'm going to look like an absolute fucking
Calmly,
idiot.
He puts the ball down on the spot.
And of course, it might not get to that, because if we miss this penalty, Southampton are through.
Newcastle must score to keep their hopes alive. It's there.
Oh,
The fight goes on.
my word.
Well, it's never easy to step up and take a penalty, but he slotted that home with authority.
Come on, they can't possibly put all 3 of them to the right-hand
Dubravka
side, can they?
must keep this out. This is match point.
They have. Cheeky fuckers have put all 3 of them the same direction.
Bust. Last eight pretty good, but hopes for anything better are dashed. They are out. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Listen, losing is never a nice experience, especially in knockout football. And it's all about learning from your mistakes and growing as a team. So this can act as a good learning curve for them. In defeat, there are still positives to take from this.
On reflection, Southampton the better team. Can't really have any complaints. To go out on penalties is disappointing. But what are you going to do? And indeed, it would be Liverpool that we would play in the semi-finals had we have got through to play either Everton or Manchester City in the final. Teams that we've beaten before. But there we go. If you can't beat the team that's put in front of you, you don't deserve to win the cup. So, quarter-finalists this year in the FA Cup. Not too bad. Certainly better than last year when we were beaten in the first round by... who was it? Barnsley, I think. Hello, we got a negotiation update. Oh, by the way, we had a bid come in for Matt Hummels. You can see he's valued at 29.3. Liverpool came in with a bid for £76 million, and we turned them down because we're not interested in selling our best player. We're not going to sell Dubravka either. Okay, so Brighton have come back with a counter offer of 13.6, which is a long way short of what we were asking for. We're going to renegotiate again because there's always going to be interest in a player of his ability. We'll say 15.6. We'll come down a little bit. They're going to have to meet us some of the way there. Okay, and now the second game of the day, Sporting Braga in the Europa League. It's a two-legged affair. Away goals probably do count for something, so we're going to have to make sure that we don't concede any silly goals here. Starting lineup looks pretty good to me. So with that being said, let's go.
Well, hello and welcome to everybody who's tuning in from around the world. I'm sure that you can sense a very different feeling in atmosphere and ambience around the ground, certainly by comparison with what we've seen before in this year's competition.
I love it when people try to pronounce a word in a foreign language and they put a lot of effort into pronouncing the first part or the second part, but fuck all in the other bit. I thought it was ambiance.
And nervous.
Oh, that's a good take. It's a very good take, and we could be in trouble here.
And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. Well, there's a perceptible check. Has a hit!
Oof.
Our attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Careful, boys. I mean, worst case scenario, and it wouldn't be worst case because that would actually be losing, but like even if we only got away with like a 0-0 draw here, in two-leg knockout football, that's actually a preferable result. Because it's that away goal that's going to count for something, and if we would just get a scoring draw at their place, that would be enough to put us through. Of course, I'd rather win 3 or 4-0 here. But we'll see what we can do.
Looking to hit the front line. Henriks. Ritchie. Almiron.
Oh! Oh, ho, ho, ho. Nearly. Nearly. That's a bad pass. Oh, that's a terrible pass, though. Nearly made something of that. If Almiron had just been... Almiron? If Joel Linton had just been a little bit more alive.
Newcastle, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper.
Definitely a little bit more nuance in this team's play.
Hayden.
Oh, come on.
Away a free kick.
Okay, never mind. We've given away a free kick. We just need to make sure that we defend this.
John Joe Shelvey.
It's well out by Shelvey.
Ritchie tries to
Oh,
strike
it's a
it
good
through.
long ball, well taken by Joel Linton. He's kept hold of it as well.
Lovely bit of skill. He's not played the ball, that's a foul.
Beg your pardon?
And that's going to be a booking.
I tell him to pass the ball and he gives away a foul. How? How do you do that? How do you do that? That's mind-boggling.
It's being played forward. Lobs it in gently.
Oh, referee! Do something about that, will you? Come on.
Wallace hoists it forward. That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Lascelles.
Build up again from the base of midfield. Ah, it's a bad pass.
That is as far as they're going to go. And the shot!
Well taken by Dubravka.
Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Almiron. And it's Willems. He's through. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Cleared away. Willems. Almiron.
He's offside. That's a shame.
The referee rightly gives him offside.
Got a real problem with staying onside, these boys.
Gets it upfield. More than looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And it's Ritchie. Henriks. Swept in.
It's a bad cross.
It's always going to be the keepers.
He needs to do a lot better than that. Ah, it's well intercepted.
Very well
Couldn't get to the
intervene.
second ball though.
He's got options out wide. A really good feat. Gets into some space. And that's one way to annoy his teammates. Henriks. John Joe Shelvey. Ritchie. Henriks. Ritchie. Room for a shot.
Okay, that's all right. We'll take that. Pressured him to put it out for a throw.
John Joe Shelvey.
Oh, what a goal! What a goal that is!
Breakthrough strike.
Joel Linton. Have some of that.
Great technique.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh,
Just
we'll be
wonderful.
watching that for
What
years to
these
come,
are made of.
or at
It
least
was
for the next few
unstoppable.
seconds. I mean, the goalkeeper has every right to feel very aggrieved and slightly embarrassed. He should have done better. It went straight at him. But you can't fault the acrobatic finish. My word. Let's just take one more look at this. So it's a flat cross comes in from Shelvey. Joel Linton takes a lovely bicycle kick at it and wow. We're saving that one. satisfying when you when you connect with a ball so
Newcastle
well
get themselves into
that you
the
score
lead.
the goal, and
that
then
ought
the
to be
force of it bounces it out of the goal, past the goal line.
There we are, off they go for half-time.
Oh, what an absolute stunner of an attempt. And the fact that it went in just made it all the better.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Newcastle come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. It's been tight, it's been exciting, and there is certainly plenty for us to chew on during the break. And we're already back underway here.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough,
Oh,
so
no,
they may
couldn't quite
err
get
on
it
the
to
side of
feet.
caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Wallace up towards the front line. Willems.
Not the pass we wanted. It was a nice idea though. That's well won.
Out to the right. Almiron.
Ah, couldn't quite get around his player.
It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
Forward it goes. Teams still separated by the game's only goal. Newcastle got their goal at the end of the first half, and it's
Well won
1-0.
by Shelvey. Ah, it's a bad ball.
Hayden,
Gets away with it.
Henriks.
Oh, he spotted the
Available
run.
out wide. Ritchie.
Come on, Richie, get that in.
Ritchie
Lovely,
cutting in.
lovely,
Has a pop.
lovely. Oh, took a wicked deflection, took a lot of the pace off the ball. But for a second there, I just wondered. Great take. Good, really, you know, trying to get that on the half volley like that is really, really impressive. Hummel's taking the corners. I don't even care anymore.
And the finish.
Ah, that's a terrible finish.
Oh,
Don't know
it's
what on
die-hard
earth he
defence
was
and the
thinking,
willingness to put
what
his
I was
body on the
thinking.
line. Very impressive.
Oh, nearly.
Well, that's where he wants it.
That's it. A bit of a loose header.
And it's been taken straight back.
Shelvey. Almiron. Uh-oh.
Has a
Uh-oh.
hit.
Oh, it's well taken by the goalkeeper. He's got us out of trouble there.
Brilliantly.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Almiron. A buccaneering run from the defender.
First time cross. Header off the post. Oh,
And out to safety.
Joel Linton's having a good old time tonight.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases the chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Almiron.
Almiron from deep.
Has a look and place it in. John Joe Shelvey, who does have
Ah,
an assist to
no,
his name.
not the right pass at all. Luckily, they didn't get it forward too quickly, so we've got away with that slightly. They love getting it into that big man up front, though, don't they? You'll have to watch out for him. He looks like a right handful. Almiron making a nuisance of himself. He can't tackle worth a damn, but he can get in the way. Oh, that's a great little take there.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool
Oh, we're
heads
just hoofing it
to
away
still
now.
deliver.
Concentrate. Play a meaningful pass.
And again, they run up against.
I just said
stubborn
Almiron
defending.
can't tackle. He's won the ball off of his man there.
That's a decent
Richie.
ball. Richie. A heavy challenge.
That's all right, though. That's all right. Goes out for a corner. We'll take it.
Hubbles plays it
Short
short.
option.
Hayden. Almiron. Hits one!
Placed it. Too far out to place it.
He got too ahead of himself there, thinking how he could have made things safe.
Just a few more moments for them to hang on. And it's Willems.
That's the ball. That's the ball. Oh, what a save! What a save!
Great save.
With the goalkeeper coming across goal, I thought I'll put it back in the corner it's coming from.
He simply had to deal with.
And look at this for a save. The goalkeeper just with his right boot. Maybe probably very fortuitous. Oh my word.
Some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Be back in 2 seconds.
He's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
And we're back. Go on, Mats. Stick it in there. Header. Unlucky. We can get onto that though. We're definitely going to be first to the ball. Pull it back.
Shelby. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. And the players are making their point.
And in the 89th minute, we've got a chance.
He's waved them all away. Chances coming thick and fast. It's another set piece. Newcastle presented with the
We'll get Richie on the ball with his left foot. He might be able to whip it in. Oh no, it was on target, but it was nowhere near troubling the goalkeeper.
Reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Win that. Lovely. Win the second ball. You've got to win the second ball.
It is now or never. Time is against
That's
them.
it. That'll do.
Almiron.
Okay, 1-0. That is a solid result.
Will be the final act. Newcastle.
We definitely take it, and what a goal to separate the teams.
For an away leg, whose test will be altogether sterner. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, I'm sure a more comfortable margin would have been preferable, but you
Pretty
can't
happy with that
expect to
result
get away
overall.
all
It's
the
a
time.
much better performance from us than it was against Southampton the other day. 7 shots, 5 on target. At passes though, I'm worried about the ratio of passes that have gone astray. Going to have to look at that, definitely. That's mainly, in fact, entirely down to the way that I play. I make passes, blind passes sometimes, just assuming that they're going to be made, and they're not always. So, looking at it though, I'd say that's a pretty decent result, pretty good performance. Willems not exactly the most impressive in the world, although, you know, he put in a couple of really dangerous looking crosses, so I'm not too disappointed. Defensively, he was okay. Apart from Valencia and Man United, there's no standout result. Oh, well, Lille, I suppose, beating Porto 3-0. It's a very, this is the problem with the Champions League non-qualifiers dropping down into the Europa. It's a very, very difficult thing to win the Europa League, especially for a team like ours. Let's go into negotiations and see what's happening with the share deal. So they're now offering 13.9. It's not what we asked for, is it? $15.3. If you want the player, you're going to have to pay what he's worth and then some. Okay, well there we go. So until next time, when we will be taking in the second leg of the Europa League game, as well as Newcastle versus Should we say Burnley? We haven't played Burnley on this show, have we? Yeah, let's do Burnley. Okay, so double header next week: Burnley versus Newcastle at Turf Moor, followed by the Braga second leg at Braga's home ground, which apparently we do not know the name of. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.